really appreciate you, and on behalf of all the conveners of the Heritage Collective on the sidelines of the UNGA, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your work back in Kaduna State, and we hope that this is going to be a productive conversation.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're here to talk about infrastructure in Kaduna State. And over the last 2 years, since you assumed the role of governor, we have seen tremendous growth in terms of road infrastructure, in terms of affordable housing, in terms of even staff welfare. And how has the state been able to tackle the insecurity problem that has bedeviled the state in the past?
Thank you very much. First, again, thank you for having me. Of course, talking about the issue of insecurity, for us, when we came in as government on May 29, 2023, we made it a priority that there could not be any meaningful development without addressing the issue of insecurity, because we believe it's the major area we need to tackle first. And of course, when we came in, because of my experience as a former senator, someone who have looked at the security architecture of Nigeria and believe that to be able to address the problem of insecurity, we have to come up with a different approach. Of course, the approach we came in was something that was actually new. We try as much as possible to look at both the kinetic and non-kinetic approach, looking at the situation. But the first thing we did was looking at the symptoms and drivers of insecurity. So today I'm happy. Kaduna State is making a lot of success in the area of addressing the problem of insecurity. And we have a model we call Kaduna model, which today, as we are speaking, many states are copying what we are doing in Kaduna. So how do we do it? We look at the issue critically, and when you talk about non-kinetic approach, it's about good governance, it's about inclusivity, it's about allowing people to own the process. So we look at it and realizing the fact that we really look at the security aspect, like I said. We look at the military, we look at the police, we look at all the security agencies, we realize that we are lacking boots on ground. So that was the reason why we focus more on non-kinetic approach. And that was an initiative driven on by the community themselves. So we were able to bring the community together, the religious leaders, community leaders, and the so-called bandits. And today is not about paying any bandit any money. It's just about inclusivity. I'm happy. When we came in, there are about 8 frontline local governments. There were no-go areas. Benengwari, Igabi, Chikun, Kajuru, Kaura, Kauru, Zangwankata, and Kachia. But today, as we are speaking, all these local government I mentioned, you can go to those local government with their eyes closed without any problem. Yes, it is work in progress, but I can say even 2 weeks ago, United Kingdom removed Kaduna State from red to amber, meaning we have been able to achieve a lot, and their government decided to say that their people can come to Kaduna and invest and move freely without any problem of insecurity concerns.
That is amazing to hear. I actually followed the news from Kaduna moving from red to amber. And I want to touch on your point about community and inclusivity. The Heritage Collective is rooted in community and inclusivity. And in terms of investors' interest, they are following the trends of governance that is rooted within inclusivity and community. Do you have any key projects that involves women taking the lead?
Yeah, I can say that Kaduna State government is the first government or the only government in Nigeria to be able to sign an executive order and pass a law that we have passed right now, making opportunities for women in our procurement process. Meaning when I came in, a lot of women are not participating in our procurement processes, where a lot of women were completely being marginalized because they need to be supported. So we sign an executive order and we follow it up with a law in our state assembly to give women opportunity to participate freely, not only freely, to give them opportunity in the area of our procurement exercise, meaning women should be able to participate and be given opportunities in our contracts, in our things that will really enhance their own livelihoods. Not apart from that, I can also tell you that we are probably the only government in Nigeria they have a lot of women in key positions. Maybe probably because we have a deputy governor who is a woman, and of course she has been able to do extremely well.
Yes.
carrying other women along. So we've been doing that. But for me, another area I believe that is very important you touch is the issue of infrastructure. When we're talking about inclusivity in Kaduna, it's not about the issue of politics. It's about taking development to every part of Kaduna State. When we came in, we made a state that were completely divided on the basis of religion, ethnicity, and tribal affiliation. But today in Kaduna, we live as one family, and it's not a rocket science. It's about fairness. It's about justice, about inclusivity. So when we were elected, we made it clear to everyone, we are going to take development to every part of our state, irrespective of where you belong to. So that for me is key. We are constructing 84 roads since we came in, about 750 kilometers together. But today, there's no local government that is left behind. When we came in, we realized that about 12 local governments were completely neglected for 12 years without even 1 kilometer road. Today, the story has changed completely.
So I think the African women fundamentally we're community driven and we really have a sense of shared responsibility, and that's where the world is now. The future of Africa is heritage because that's who we are. The heritage gives us a sense of belonging and sense of purpose and the sense of responsibility, and that's what is heritage. Giving voice for people who typically will not have voices in this kind of platform. The Heritage Collective Initiative is trying to do is actually underneath, there are such layers of different women, and that's what is an African woman is. We're mothers, we're sisters, we are community leaders. There are so many layers of the African woman, and I feel like that's the difference of what this initiative is trying to bring up to light compared to the other platforms. This is their second year edition. I was not privileged enough to attend the first one, and to be able to have your second convening event on the side of UNGA is just, it tells you where the initiative is heading to, it tells you what the mindset of the conveners have. So I'm not worried about the future. I think they'll be just fine. And I think the sense of community and the ownership that they seem to be wanting to drive through the platform is probably what's going to make it more sustainable.